Do you struggle with items that you really love that don't match the rest of your clothes? Do you ever have to do an emergency switch of clothes? Will you say why you can't vote yet? It's funny because whenever I say that I can't vote, people think that I'm like a felon or something like that. Hello there, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to you as well. My name is Fernanda, and if you are new for the first time, my goal with this channel is to help you build a wardrobe that you love without having to buy a million things to do so. But wardrobes are very personal things, and a lot of the times in the comments I get questions that are very specific to you or where you live, and there's nothing that I would like more than to help you one-on-one and help you create a capsule wardrobe, which is something that I would be interested in doing a little bit more in the future. I've done it with a few subscribers before, but for the time being, this is the best way to help you out. So for this video, I asked you what kind of questions you guys had when it comes to your capsule wardrobes and your wardrobe in particular, and I'm gonna answer those in this video. And originally I wanted to do a live session because I do believe that a lot of the learning that comes from our wardrobes, especially as women, comes from other women. Like when we watch our mom dress up or when we are going shopping with girlfriends, and we pick up a lot of tips like that. And so I thought that a live session, even if I brought somebody on and they were asking their own question, the community could perhaps answer it as well, and we could start creating a dialogue that was a little bit more dynamic than just me talking to the camera one-on-one and you guys responding later in the comments. It's a very rainy Sunday afternoon here in Brooklyn, and I figured that it would be nice for us to just like get together, grab a drink, whether it's some coffee, some tea, some wine if that's what you're into, which I totally would be if I hadn't like overdone it last night because I saw a girlfriend for the first time in months and I got a little heavy-handed with the wine, so I'm in detox mode. But anyway, grab a drink, pause this video, come back to it, and then let's get to it. The first question is, how do you feel like your style has changed? Did you regret wearing out your favorite items? Because some of the items I liked best in your first capsule have disappeared, and instead of pants, which I also prefer, you've moved towards skirts, etc. The truth is that my style is constantly evolving, and that is something that I also recommend people do, and that they let it evolve. Because at the beginning of every season, something that I like to stress is that we should look at what's coming on in our lives in that particular season, whether it's a lot of events or like a very heavy holiday season where you're gonna have a lot of gatherings. Perhaps you're pregnant and like your lifestyle is changing because of it, and kind of try to build your wardrobe around those things. And inherently, just by the nature of adapting to your lifestyle, your wardrobe needs are going to change. Therefore, your style is going to evolve with your life. I think it doesn't make sense to try to keep a very rigid sense of style when life is going to be changing around us constantly, whether we like it or not. When we observe it, it really changes a lot. So it makes sense to me to keep evolving with whatever's happening with our lives. So in the beginning of the year, when I started putting together these videos, first of all, it was winter, and something I try to do in winter is to make my clothing like a little bit extra nice or perhaps a little bit more elegant, because I get really affected by seasonal depression essentially, and I try to make my clothing a lot more fun and a lot more elegant, and to get me out of that frumpy feeling of winter where you're wearing like a ton of layers and the winter boots and like, you know, all of these things that don't necessarily feel the most like stylish and sexy to me. So I try to offset that. The other thing is that I was going to work every single day at an office, and as the pandemic hit and my lifestyle changed and my job went away and all of these things happened, then my need for clothing changed, and I was at home a lot more and I wanted to be a lot more comfortable. And also the weather got warmer and I didn't need as many layers or things that are as elegant as perhaps I can pull off in the winter, because it gets so hot. There's no point in dressing up because I'm just gonna sweat all over my clothes. So that's why you've seen the capsules evolve a little bit from time to time. Coming back this winter, I'm probably gonna bring a lot of the pieces that I had in the original capsule wardrobe video that I posted earlier this year, because those are my winter clothes, and I'm hoping that even though I'm gonna be working from home still, that I can bring in some of those elements but still feel comfortable. So I'm curious to see how the circumstances of this winter are gonna affect my wardrobe, and see how the pieces that I used for the winter capsule last year are now gonna be used, but perhaps being styled a little bit different to accommodate the fact that I'm home most of the time. And the second part of the question is, do I regret wearing out my favorite items? And the answer is no. I never regret wearing them out because it means that I actually wore them a lot. And I would much rather part with something that looks genuinely very loved than something that looks brand new. Like, that gives me more of a sense of guilt than anything else. Next question is, do you struggle with items that you really love that don't match the rest of your clothes? I have some that I just can't seem to part with. Like one color, red for me, for example, that really doesn't mesh with the rest of my wardrobe, but I want to wear it because it's seasonal. I do have a few items in my current wardrobe that are remnants from prior me who used to shop for fast fashion a lot more. And the materials are not great quality, and they're just like not necessarily clothes that either keep me really cool in the summer or really warm in the winter. I can only wear them in this very specific temperature. Otherwise, I'm uncomfortable, but I love them and I can't part with them. So they don't become part of my core capsule wardrobe, but I do keep them because as soon as I can, I wear them. And as long as you have something that you can pair it with, that it doesn't matter if you don't wear it super often or whatever. It's like your wardrobe is meant to bring you joy and it's meant to make you happy and work for you. So if you have an item that you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna wear it once a month when I can, and it's gonna make me so happy and it's gonna be like my best outfit of the month, then keep it. This is not about suffering or about, parting with everything that you don't wear more than twice a year or whatever. If it makes you really happy when you put it on, that's the key. Then figure out a way to wear it into your wardrobe and perhaps make it something that you build your next capsule around. This is something that I did back in the summer where I had one particular item that I really wanted to wear and I built the capsule around it. I will leave a link for you guys in the cards above so that you can check it out. And if you have something like that, maybe next season include it and then try to see how you can bring in other items that work with that. Do you ever have to do an emergency switch of clothes because after having them for a while, like let's say 3 weeks, you realize that it's wrong for the capsule, maybe because it doesn't go well with the other clothes or because it's not the right weather or temperature? Sure, this has happened in the past before, less so now because of practice. The more you practice putting together capsule wardrobes, then you start to learn what works and what doesn't work better, and you don't have to do switches in the middle of the season. But in the beginning, all the time I would have to switch because either I wasn't warm enough or because I didn't like it. And a lot of the times I would realize that I would put things aspirationally into my capsule and then realize that I wasn't drawn to them because they weren't practical or because they were not realistic of the things that I needed to do. So completely, like I do recommend that if you're gonna do a first time capsule wardrobe because you're trying to reduce, that the first time that you do it, you try to go through for at least a period of a month to really gauge what works really well for you and what doesn't, because the truth is that you probably don't already know that if you're starting from a huge wardrobe. But if you're miserable and something's not working and you're wearing the same thing over and over again, then that's already a lot of information and you know what's working and what's not, and you can do a small switch based on that and start over, like create a new capsule. If you're just starting out, definitely tweak with it, pull things out, pull things back in. Try not to do it too often because you don't really get information. And a key part of building a successful capsule wardrobe is to taking the time to analyze, like, why is this not working? How do I feel in this that is making me not want to wear it? Or how do I feel in this other thing that is making me want to wear it? And then try to replicate those feelings in the other items that you had. But definitely, not a project in suffering. Do emergency switches as much as you need. What is that noise? So one of the downsides of living in an apartment in New York City is that you can hear your neighbors all around you. So I don't know if you hear that scratching. I wonder what they're doing. I feel like you should let me know in the comments below what you think they're doing with the scratching. Mo asks, I'd love to know about how you make necessary things look better. Like for me, sometimes it's mandatory to wear leggings to do sports or gloves in winter. And also how you break in boots. And in general, I'd love to see some Pinterest capsules for different ages and styles. So three-parter question here. So for things that are necessary, like things that you have to wear in the winter, like gloves or beanies or things that you would have to wear in a uniform, for example, there's two pieces of advice that I have for you. One is look for high quality items that match your style. And in particular, I feel like with these kinds of things, it's better to go with like something neutral or timeless. So I'm thinking specifically in the case of gloves. If you have to wear gloves in the winter, what is your color palette? And instead of going for something that is like in a trendy color or something like that, what if you go for something that is leather and black and like something a little bit more classic that is not going to grab so much attention? Then you can make it work with a bunch of different outfits and they won't become the statement piece, which is really what we want to try to avoid. A lot of the times winter stuff in particular comes in very bold colors because it's trying to be the statement piece, but realistically very few times are a pair of gloves or a beanie or something like that is going to become the statement piece of your outfit unless you build the entire outfit around it, which if it's something that you have to wear often, it's better to not, to just make it a basic, to make it something that is going to match with a lot of different things and then try to not get attention to it. So how to stretch out boots or shoes. So for this, I have 2 tips for you. If you're trying to stretch out a pair that you can wear, but it's perhaps a little bit too tight, then I like to put on the thicker pair of socks that I can with them, put them on, and then wear them for short spurts around the house while I'm either vacuuming or while I'm taking out the dog for a short walk at night or something like that. And then little by little stretch them out like that if I have time. But if you're in a pinch and you have to stretch them out overnight or the shoes are so tight that you can't even wear them, then the best tip I've found is to fill a Ziploc bag with water and then put that inside of another zippered bag just to be super careful. And then put it inside of the shoe, making sure that you're following the shape of the shoe so that it doesn't get like bumpy or anything like that. And put those shoes into the freezer overnight because water expands when it freezes. So this will stretch out the shoe ever so slightly. And then when you take it out the next morning, let it rest for a little bit because it will contract a little bit, not a ton, but it will contract, and see how they fit. And if you need to do it again, then you can put them back in with a fresh zippered water bag and try to stretch them out a little bit more. You do want to let them rest in between freezes because it's important to let them contract to what their new state is and then start from scratch again. But this is a great tip for stretching out shoes that are too tight on you, and it works like a charm. So try that and let me know how it works for you. And the third question is, I would love to see different Pinterest boards for different ages and styles. And I would love to do this. This is one of my favorite things to do when it comes to this channel, is just like playing and putting together Pinterest boards. So if you could let me know in the comments below what styles you're looking for or what ages, then I will grab the most popular ones and start putting some capsules together so that I can share with you guys. And I will probably share those over in the community tab, so make sure you're paying attention to those. Next question is, what made me go into fashion style? This is an interesting one because honestly, it's not something that I planned for. It's just something that kind of happened. If you've been following me for a while, you know that my videos were a little bit all over the place because my interests are a little bit all over the place. I tend to be curious and then I can get very excited about certain things. And wardrobes and fashion was something that I have read a lot about and that I was super curious because it was something that I struggled with a lot a few years ago. And through research and through just curiosity and like meeting stylists through work and trying on different things, I realized that I learned a lot. And when I started making videos that were kind of hinting about it or like just about that, that's what happened to get the most responses, and that people were asking me questions that I realized, oh, I know the answer to this. And like, I actually know more about wardrobes and fashion than I thought I realized. So I just kind of followed that trend. And the next thing I knew, here I was talking about capsule wardrobes and like realizing that I know a lot more about where wardrobes come from and fabrics and materials than I even realized. So it just kind of happened. And here I am. So that was the last of the fashion/capsule wardrobe questions. Now I have some questions that are just to get to know me and curiosity, so let's get into those. Have you visited and lived in many different places? Yes. When we were growing up, my dad had a job that moved us around from country to country. So starting from when I was around 15, we moved from Mexico, which is where I'm from, to South Africa. And then from there we lived in Guatemala. And then I came to the States for college. And even within the States, I've lived in 3 different cities now. So I have moved around a lot. Have I traveled a lot? I guess more than most people, but not something that I would consider a lot. Like honestly, in the past few years, it has not been one of my priorities, even though I really do miss it. But I did like living in a bunch of different places, and it's something that I think it's going to continue. I have learned about myself that I feel the most at home when I'm new at a place and when something's changing, which is something that I have recreated in my work. Like I change jobs every 6 months or so because I'm a freelancer. So that works really well for me. And I also feel the most at home when I'm like trying to figure out a new place. So that's something that I like about travel a lot. So I hope to continue moving around, but I do like to imagine like, well, what's next? You know, like, would I want to move to Texas? Would I want to move to perhaps like New Mexico, or like where else would I think that I would see myself living? But the truth is that like, if you say Tokyo, I'll be like, yeah, Tokyo, like I'll go anywhere. Will you say why you can't vote yet? It's funny because whenever I say that I can't vote, people think that I'm like a felon or something like that, and that's not true. I'm not American. I'm here on a green card, and I don't have voting rights because of that. So if I eventually become a citizen of the United States, then I would be eligible to vote in the United States, but because I'm Mexican, I can't. And the last question is, will I continue to make videos in 2021? This is Noelia, who always watches my content, so thank you so much for that. Yes, that is the plan. I've discovered that this is really something that feels right to me. But I have discovered, particularly in this season, like during the fall, that I'm having a little bit of a hard time managing the workload of this channel with the workload of like my day job. I've mentioned before that I work in the film industry, and since I've returned to work, even though I'm working remotely because my job can be done remotely, the COVID of it all really changed the industry dramatically, and things that before would take no time to do are now taking double the time and are much more challenging. So the job is a lot more demanding than it was before. So I don't really know yet how to balance the two things. I want to continue to do the channel to a standard that feels valuable to you, so that the videos are worth your time, because I never want to put up something that I don't think is worth your time. But I also don't want to stop making videos, so I might have to do some schedule changes in the future. I'm still trying to figure that out, but for the time being, yes, the plan is to continue the channel for as long as I can. And I feel like, I hope my boss doesn't watch this, but I feel like I'm more likely to quit my job before I quit the channel. So there you go. You are not getting rid of me so fast. We've talked a lot. I hope this was helpful and that you learned something new. And if you have other questions, please leave them in the comments below. Like I mentioned, I would love to do a live Q&A at some point in the future, mostly because I think that some of the information that you guys share in the comments is so interesting and so valuable, and I feel like it would be better if we can have a more dynamic dialogue as opposed to just me talking. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below. And something I wanted to ask you guys is, earlier in the year, I did do a couple of sessions where I did one-on-one Zoom meetings with subscribers, and we went through their closets and created a capsule wardrobe, and it was something that I personally really enjoyed. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below, because I'm trying to figure out if that's a component of this channel that should exist in the future, perhaps like 2021. So let me know if you're interested in that. All right, so that is going to be it for this Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it and that you learned something from it. And if you do like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed, then go ahead and do that. You can hit the diamond over here to do so. And be sure to ring that bell, because I have a couple of videos coming up later this month that I'm very excited about. One of them is around accessories capsules, which I am very excited about. I think you guys are really gonna love it. So be sure to ring that bell, and as usual, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.